All right, guys, a project we had in the shop here the past couple weeks. We've been pretty busy. It took us a little bit to get to it, but we've got it finished now. We've got a Jackson Big Rig HDFD, and I'm going to do a little bow to stern of what we've done to it and how it's set up. So, of course, you got your anchor up front, and it's hooked to an anchor wizard back here. We've got inside, underneath the tray, there's a Dakota lithium battery, and then the quick disconnects for the Lowrance unit up here. What we've done is we've run the Yak Attack through haul wiring kit here for the Lowrance wires where they came through, and we put a little bit of a jacket here on the wires so they're not just hanging out there. It looks a little cleaner than using zip ties, so that we like to use that. Moving farther back, we replaced the Jackson foot pedals with Select Design foot pedals, and we've cut them down a little bit so that it doesn't interfere with the pedal drive in this kayak. We've used Spectra cord rather than the stainless steel cable. It lasts longer, it's smoother, it's just all around a better product. The anchor wizard we mounted right here on a 6-inch mighty mount, put another 6-inch mighty mount there. With this kayak, we actually we redid the tubing that's inside. The tubing that was originally there, we used the same tubing, but in the back they had metal fittings, and we just flared the tubing itself because the metal fittings had started to rust. We've got the raised cord here. As you can see, it gets the motor way up out of the water. And there is a Bernie's river stick on this kayak also. We're gonna let the customer figure out what he wants to do with the cord for that. So, like I said, we wanted to make sure that everything was freed up here and nothing interferes with the pedal drive or the steering for the motor. We mounted the Lowrance unit here on an existing brass insert that's in the kayak. We didn't have to drill any holes for that. And the transducer, we actually had to make a custom insert here. There's like a scupper hole there, and we made like a spacer out of Delrin that goes down in there, and it mounts to the transducer. If you look underneath, there's a total scan transducer underneath the kayak, and it's mounted flush on the bottom of the boat. So you have side scan, you have total imaging with this setup. And we made that little custom bracket to hold that transducer so that it keeps it in that area where it's protected from logs or rocks or anything like that. Moving back, we've got our raised cord, and we installed these 12-inch mighty mount tracks. We use the Yak Attack track eyelets here for the cord and stuff. It allows for a nice smooth transition for the cords. We made a custom plate here that holds the Bernie's river stick in the middle, and this customer opted to keep the original ball mount that he got with his 403 motor. So we made this plate that fits the 4-bolt pattern that puts the Bernie's river stick backwards so it doesn't interfere with the rudder that's underneath of this kayak. So that rudder still moves. You can have your Bernie's river stick down. You don't have to worry about moving your rudder out to put your river stick down. And then a ball mount mounted on the side here. This plate is all made of 1/4-inch aluminum with a 1/4-inch aluminum gusset. And we still use the bushing to hold the motor itself so that if it gets a lot of downforce, it doesn't move around on the ball. Of course, we've got our rock guard on there. This customer uses pressure on the foot pedals to keep the motor down in reverse for a reverse lock. And if you do that with a plastic triangle, you take a really big risk of breaking your triangle. So we upgraded to the bulletproof steering triangle. And I'm gonna go up front here and move the pedals and show you how much rotation this thing has. You've got a full 180 degrees of steering, so this kayak will spin in its own wake on the water. So just a little something different we did. We wanted to share with you guys. Thanks for watching.